might suck a dick. That was it. At least 85% of men who have approached 100% of women were out of the women's league for real, like on some real shit, not just looking cute for that 5 minutes, but on some real, like on character levels, intellect levels. The man's out of her league.
Don't fuck with me, fellas! This ain't my first time at the rodeo.
A lot of these men are sticking their eggplants down the throat of Billy's mouth.
You tell someone you're single and you look good, I'm riding around and I got a drop top for the summer, a truck for the winter, the work truck out front, and folks is looking at the outside like, why is she single? Why does she not? There's nothing wrong with being single. I'm single, sexy, happy, living and enjoying life. And when the right one comes along, by the grace of God, I'll know it and we'll move ahead from there.
Okay.
Did you know that 25% of women in the United States are getting treated for a mental illness? That means 75% of them are running around untreated.
Misogynist. As he said, misogyny is still real in our community.
I would say, number one, I know it's a shock to everyone, but sexism remains real and a very pertinent issue. But
most people just don't want to deal with them because on average, they just are not good, genuine people to be around. They're good to look at. They're good to work at brothels. They're good to, try to take over a bar. They're good when they're handing you food as they're a waitress or they're on a call center call or something like that. But anything other than that, we really don't want 85% of y'all around. Just leave. It's sad to say, but it's the reality on it.
Women will continue to only hook up with the top 10% of men because there is literally no reason for them to mess with anybody else.
The most handsome man I had ever seen in my life, and I decided that he needed to be mine.
So he drops her off and tells her it's not him, it's her.
I can feel him running through my veins. He's still in me.
He was gorgeous. He was 6'3".
Oh,
He's
gosh.
been an engineer at Apple for 11 years and 39. He was way out of my league. And he did not ask for my number at the end of it.
Will I ever stop crying over emotionally unavailable men? No. But will I at least stop trying to date them? Also, no.
How come every time you have sex with someone, they leave?
Whatever you want. I'll cook for you, wait on you, make love to you. I can make you happy, Josh. I can make you so happy.
Okay, because I'm the type of woman, I have money. I got my own money. I get my own bag. I don't got to deal with nobody's shit. So if you're treating me how I don't want to be treated, if you doing shit you ain't got no business doing in a relationship, we're done. And I don't got to stick around. A lot of women settle. I don't. I know my worth. And a lot of people don't like that. They don't want you to know your worth and what you deserve. I do.
If you keep saying, oh, she's too masculine, what it means is you too feminine. If I got more bars than you, that's really a diss to you, not a diss to me.
You don't offer nothing here of other than an orgasm. That's about all you offer me is an orgasm. That's it. Okay, everything else is going to be a constant headache, nightmare, walking on eggshells, whatever the fuck. Everything else is going to be that. There is no benefit that after the orgasm, there's not much benefit really to keep one woman around too long.
Whatever happens in the end, I will be a strong, powerful woman. It's your time, Stacey.
If she thinks it's anything less than the best, then it's not going to happen.
I'm always right in the end.
She has no problem attracting men, but the problem is she can't keep a man around because once they realize who she really is, they can't fucking stand her.
And when she's a bitch, you let her know you've been a bitch. And if she get mad, look at the bitch being mad.
We have the ability to be somewhat what you call difficult. It's not difficult. We just have a baseline standard. And if you can't meet that standard, that's okay. A lot of men cannot.
This whole concept of women lowering their standard, bitch, you are the low standard. The fuck are you on about? I don't even lower my standards. You are the low.
I'm not desperate. I mean, I have plenty of people in my inbox. However, they are not the ones that are marriage material to me.
Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Girl, I'm the shit. What? I'm the shit.
That's why a lot of them can't keep a man around. Okay, because once you deal with them outside of fucking, then it's like she figures that, you know, since she's been through a lot and she's a tough, independent woman, that I have standards and my standards are here. If you do not touch these standards, you have no chance with my pussy. And then they're just so incredibly difficult to get with. You're like, fuck it. You know, I don't even want to fuck you anymore.
Oh, well, a man ain't never left me. I left them. My fiance that I was engaged to, I broke that off. We bought a house together and everything, and I still cut it loose.
My first husband was a good man, and I divorced him.
I want this. Okay, here you go. Boom, take care of it. I want this. Here you go. Take care of it. Handle that. I want this. All right, boom. It's not, oh my God, you a gold digger. Oh my God, you keep
and my
asking.
question for you
oh
is,
my God, you are so needy. No, here you go, babe. What you want? All right, what else?
My question is this,
that's
very
a queen.
simple.
That's princess treatment. That's energy.
Guys,
That's what guys need to start doing.
Indeed.
Cause y'all not gonna die with that money. Spend that. Yeah, it costs to be a boss.
What more do you want from me? Oh my.
All men are liars and all men cheat.
No, all men that you attract are liars and cheats. That's not the truth. That's just the men that you attract. So don't speak for all men. There's some good men out there that don't lie and don't cheat, but you just haven't been attracting those type of guys. And you got to figure out, what are you doing to not attract those type of guys?
This is true.
Look who's talking.
That singleness only hits you at night. When you ripping and running throughout the day, when you at work, when you know, whatever extracurricular activities, when you're doing hobbies, when you're at the gym, you don't even care about being single. That's not even on your mind. But when you pull up to the house at night and you get in that bed alone, that's when you be like, I really wish I could cuddle up with somebody, or I really wish I could tell somebody about my day.
I got my own money, and you couldn't get yours. Ho, you better figure it out. I don't give a fuck who you is. Yeah, I don't give a damn. Yes, that's right. You didn't make this motherfucking money. And just because I got this shit don't mean I got to give it to you because you having a hard time. Figure it out, ho. What I got to do? Bring your motherfucking ass on for everything I got them doing this motherfucking world because your sorry good for nothing, goat mouth, mammy having ass gonna come to me for nothing because you ain't got shit, because you didn't handle your own, because you didn't take care of your motherfucking self. This bitch is crazy. I ain't giving you nothing, ho. Get it out the mud. Suck some dick. You fucked all them niggas for free. Want you to ask them for some money?
You want a man who knows how to just walk away because he got something better to do, and it's not you. You know that anger you get when you deal with like a person that's just completely stupid? What's wrong with your brain? Like why do you not see what you are? Like, and I get there with women, I truly do.
As a man, I expect you to provide. Under no circumstances will I ever touch bills.
They lay you down, they spray you down, but they don't stay around.
I've never done anything remotely wrong in my life, ever.
Always gonna love me more than I'm ever gonna love you. And if a man wants to be in my life, he needs to spend his every waking hour thinking of ways on how he needs to convince me that he should even be graced by my presence.
This whole threat of women, oh, you're gonna grow old and die alone. No, we're not. That's not a threat. We have our friends. We have our sisters with us. Did you ever see The Golden Girls, my dude?
Oh my God.
That's not a cautionary tale. It's a goddamn victory lap.
Listen, don't make a scene, all right?
I want to talk to that fucking bitch.
Hey, be fucking nice. Don't fuck up in here.
You know, sometimes we get so wrapped up in how a problem bothers us, we don't see what the problem really is.
All y'all do the same shit, whether if you was some homeless shit trying to dig cigarettes out of a trash can or you live in the White House.
She's going to have issues for the rest of her life.
Emotionally daunting and hurtful when I just keep hitting a wall, you know.
The whole reason why I really didn't pursue it because he was a good guy.
You gotta know when to say when, bitch. Our coochie cutter days are over. Forever 21 was a lie. Settle down. Stop playing with yourself.
Women have it hard. Okay, women have it hard. You have no idea what women go through every day. Okay.
Let them genuinely talk. You'll see real fast, like, oh my God, this bitch is dumb as hell.
I've slept with over 200 men.
200 men?
I know you're fed up, ladies.
Like, oh my God.
The reason why these men keep threatening you about being single and dying alone and you're a cat.
By the time a woman usually is now active in these social media worlds, and it's like with a direct intent, like she's focused, she is horrifically fucked up. Horrifically fucked up. Women who are succeeding as women very rarely are genuinely entertained, you know, by doing shit like this. They usually try to run from the camera.
Was that playing two videos at once?
I know who's married with their man and they got kids and all that shit.
One of these days, this show isn't going to be ghetto.
Every single one, the woman does not do social media. Because those women, they can't keep up with that because they're so busy keeping up with reality and actually being a decent woman to their man. You see what I'm saying?
All right, we back. I know y'all can hear me now. I mean, yeah, when shit like that happens, I run off all the potential new watchers who may have watched the stream, but I mean, at this point, I probably shouldn't care too much about subscriber acquisition. My page is thoroughly shadow banned. Thoroughly. Anyway, let's get right into it. If you want me to stay on 2 hours, I'm looking at me a $10 live stream goal. Cash App, PayPal, pinned to the top of the chat, as well as in the description. Or you can do Super Chat, Super Sticker. That's the dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. Let's play this real quick, and then we're going to go over at least 5 questions you should ask before dating a woman over 30.
Stop. What the fuck? 7 million? What is this? I can't stop. What the fuck? 7 million views. Oh my god. I didn't see this at all.
I can't get off without watching porn.
You can't get off at all without watching porn?
Not even close. I wouldn't even
Really?
try if my internet was down. We had a power outage the other day at my house, and it was just like, okay, well, I would be screwed without porn. I couldn't do it. I mean,
Are female comedians interesting when they're not talking about bedroom fun? Like, are they? Oh, anyway, let's just. And she has a boyfriend, by the way. And this woman is sitting on Rogan talking about what she can and can't get off to. Let that marinate on your brain for a second.
I couldn't do it. I mean, I would figure out a way. I think I would manage, but if my toys aren't working and aren't plugged in, and if I don't have porn, I'm just not getting off. I've never been someone who can do it manually and with my imagination. It's really a problem because the porn I watch is like not good.
What kind?
Like animals?
Joe.
Nikki.
Dude, it's bad. I mean, I got a threat, like a DM from just some fucking troll
Let me guess. She liked it.
a while back that was like, if I put out a hit on the dark web for you to be gang, I could make that happen, and someone would accept that. And I was like, joke's on you that's my fantasy. No, I mean,
I knew it. They call me the Foyd Whisperer. Instantly, I knew it was going to happen.
no, I'm not joking. Like, tends to be the stuff that I watch is like really aggressive women tied up. I pay for my porn because I feel so bad what's happening to the women in it. I hope that they are being compensated for it. I'm watching really fucked up stuff. I'm someone who doesn't feel like I deserve pleasure without like having pain.
Wow. I couldn't imagine having to talk to this person for 2 hours. Like, that's crazy. Now it makes more sense. What is this? Barnes & Noble added a monster fucker section. I'm crying. This is the audience of Barnes & Noble now. It's women that want romance stories with an undead monster, a lizard. That, I think, is a werewolf. I'm not sure. A raven, of course, right? But how is this real? No, it's a really big one. It is. It's huge. Okay, hear me out. And this is the person writing the books?
The monster himself may be human eating, but he does not want to hurt her. That's a part of the difference. Now, of course, there
And that's their fantasy. That's why they love bad boys. They love a bad boy. She don't care if he's a serial deleter, a serial graper. Yeah, he hurts those other people, but he's not gonna hurt me. He's just gonna F me real good. You know what I mean? They don't have morals. Yeah, that's the bad boy fantasy. Yeah, he sell dope and ruin, all these different people's families and he beat people up, but he's sweet to me. And he knocked my boots right, so hey. Anyway, let me say this real quick. One of the reasons, and this is just one of the reasons. Well, I'll tell you some of the two main reasons why women don't like nice guys, because it don't seem like nice guys can fight. Even if he can, even if he got a black belt or whatever. Nice guy tendencies signals to a woman's subconscious. This motherfucker can't protect me. He too sweet and nice, and he's always trying to be kind and friendly to people. When shit gets sticky, he ain't one of them ones. That's one aspect to it. The other aspect to it is nice guys don't send signals that they know how to screw good. Nah, he's gonna want vanilla, just missionary. He's gonna be trying to look in my eyes. It's gonna be horrible. Women perceive nice guys as not being able to pluck. Okay? Those are two of the main reasons why women are just naturally turned off by nice guys. They think you're bad in bed. It's the same thing about if you don't know how to dance. That signals to them that you're bad in bed. Anyway. Let's get into how many questions is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So really 7 questions that I just came up with on the fly. Yeah. That you should ask a woman over 25, but we'll say over 30. 7 questions you should ask a woman over 25, 30-ish before you consider dating her. Okay, let's get into it. The first one. And let's be very clear. If she get mad at any of these, then cool. You eliminated her. You properly eliminated her. A mature woman who's really ready for commitment and emotional intelligence or emotionally intelligent, she can answer all these questions without getting mad, triggered, or trying to shame you for asking them. All right, first question. Why did your last 3 relationships not work out? She don't got to give you, she don't got to go in crazy detail, but, we just grew apart won't suffice. Oh, we just start seeing in different directions won't suffice. Oh, I was young won't suffice. Oh, he wasn't supporting my growth. That won't suffice. No vague shit. She don't got to go in terrible detail, but we not doing the catchphrases as acceptable answers. All right. The next question. What is the point? What would be the point of our relationship? All right. Now, this goes back to what I say all the time. Okay, a wrong answer is I just want to be happy. Because there's going to be times you're not happy. There's going to be times I'm not happy. If we riding this thing out for a lifetime, there might be a couple of years we ain't happy. So I don't want to be in a committed relationship with a woman who's basing her commitment off if she's happy at any given moment or excited at any given moment. So the answer you're looking for when you ask her, what would be the point of our relationship? Legacy, commitment, family, just compassion for another human, stuff like that. Deep, substantive things. Not, I just want to be happy. Or I just want somebody to be there in my life. Like nothing vague like that. Discipline, structure, family, legacy, stuff like that. The next question. Actually, I'm gonna add one on the spot. What do you want to be? What do you want your role to be in my life? Okay. Now, we know the most generic answers. They can cook and clean. I'm gonna be your piece and be submissive. TikTok answers aren't acceptable. And now, granted, I mean, look, most women aren't going to be able to ace this test. You know, give some grace. What up to Orlando? What up, Lauren? If I haven't said what's up, Lauren, what up, X? But okay, what do you want your role to be in my life? I mean, there's certain buzzwords that I mean are cool. Help meet and all that. Help mate, help meet. I always get it mixed up. I looked it up once, but I forgot. Um, I guess an acceptable answer would be I'm here to do whatever you need me to do. I'm here to be submissive. I'm here to follow your leadership. Obviously, cook and clean, even though I really don't want to hear that. But she can mention it in there, but I don't want it to be in the first three things she say. How about that? I'm gonna make sure the house is taken care of. I'm gonna make sure you're heard. I know how to listen more than I talk. Like you want to hear some stuff that you usually don't hear. I'll just put it like that. Now, this next one's really important because a woman with a bad temper or something like that, or she shut down in conflict, is a deal breaker. So the next question is, how do you act when you are mad, when you're told that you're wrong, when you're disappointed, aka conflict resolution? I mean, that's a little different, but you can link those two questions together. How do you resolve conflict? Do you struggle with being respectful in the middle of an argument, or when you don't get your way, or when you're sad or disappointed, or when you just turned off about something I did or said? Do you struggle with being respectful in those times? Because that's a huge, huge red flag. And most women have that red flag. When they get in their feelings about something, honor, integrity, and respect go out the window quick. So you want to gauge, how she conducts herself in the worst times. For sure. The next thing you want to know is... Oh, I got another one. Hold on. And we're going to get to this one in a minute. If we never... This is especially important over 30. If we never move in, have kids, or get married, would it still be worth it to you? For the right guy. If you're in a dating phase, you don't know if you're the right guy or not. But just a hypothetical. So let's go back in the list. You want to ask her about 50-50. Any woman who is vehemently opposed, I don't even know if I said that right, to 50-50, especially over 30, nah, you don't want to mess with that. Her expectations are off. They're way off. You want a woman who's willing to do whatever it takes for the family. And working a job is the least of that. Because these women, they'll drive bricks across the country for the bad boy. So yeah, if you're not willing to, at the bare minimum, just get a job for me, then yeah, I'm cool. Okay. This next one is really important. Let me know 2 or 3 things you did wrong in your past few relationships that contributed to that relationship not being ideal. That's the first part of the question. This is a very important one. If she can't tell you a couple of things she did wrong in her past 2 or 3 relationships, That's an instant deal breaker. Or if she get mad or anything, I don't want to talk about the past. Well, then we can't move any forward. We can't move forward. I mean, she don't got to tell you on the first date, but you get my drift. So that's the first part of the question. Name me at least 2 things you did in your past 2 or 3 relationships that contributed to it not being the ideal relationship. And I don't care if the last couple of boyfriends cheated or they beat you or whatever. You still did a couple of things wrong that you could have did differently in that relationship that would have made it a better relationship. So the second part of that question is this. How did you grow from those past 2 or 3 relationships to be a better woman for me? So those 2 or 3 things you did wrong in your past relationships, what did you do to make sure you don't do those things in this relationship we may get in? Very important. And then the last one, as we just said, is if we never move in and have kids or get married, would it still be worth it to you if we had a great connection, a great bond, if we was quote unquote soulmates? Would it be worth it to you to be in a relationship if we never moved in, had kids, got married, anything like that? And that question will kind of tell you a lot. Because especially over 30, you just trying to check those boxes off. See, that question right there will really let you know what she think the value of a man is. And that could be a separate question. Like, what is the value? What is the value of a man in your life, in your opinion? Like, is it just protecting and providing, or what is it to you? It's a good question to ask. Another good question I think to ask is, name me 2 men in your family or 2 men in your life period that you get along great with and that you just love to death. Whether that be, you could tell me about a 7th grade teacher actually, never mind. Something over 18. A college professor you got along real good with, you loved him. Your dad, preferably. A uncle, a male cousin you real cool with, something. She should be able to at least tell you about 2 men that she respect and admire and really love. All right, that's all I got for now for that. Let's move on.
So they say black men are the
up with dating multiple men.
Okay.
How does this pair up with dating multiple men? Because I hear you on the Game of Thrones, but
Yeah.
you're in
Game
my
of Thrones
eyes,
is
you're coming
crazy.
across in those ways, and I get it. Your defense for that is I don't sleep with all these men.
Yeah.
Most men don't believe it, for
Okay.
starters,
Yeah.
and then I mean, I have to believe the truth. If
Yeah.
not, it's not. I can't move that way. And then second is most women aren't moving that way.
Right.
So then, how does that work? Do you still think it's wrong to? Because I think it's the right thing to do
Right.
in my mind. I know you disagree. You got your Hunger Games vibe.
Yeah.
But I think you're not gonna get a genuine, authentic reaction out of a man if you're entertaining multiple men.
She said most men don't believe that because her stance is, yes, when I was dating, I had a roster of men, but I wasn't sleeping with any of them. So she wants you to believe as a man that you should trust that she's not sleeping with them. And again, that comes to your own discernment. None of the advice that she's given to women has anything to do with how men respond. And I want you guys to keep that in mind as she continues to talk.
My thing is, why are you telling the man that he's a part of a roster in the first place? Did you ever make your when you had
when I had a roster, did they know? Absolutely. I make it very clear I'm dating with the intention of marriage, and I am not sleeping with anyone.
Again,
I'm about to get her. Don't worry, I'm about to get her. I'm trying to finish my chicken nuggets. I know I really need to change my life. I'm sick.
And she likes to paint herself as the exception, even though she's going to mention that all these other women are doing this, but not me. Okay? And it's up to you if you are courting a woman like this and she told you, I am dating, marriage minded, I'm dating multiple men. And it's up to you to decide if you continue to pursue her. Like I said, none of her advice has anything to do with how you respond. And that's how you guys need to approach these conversations. It's not about her being right or wrong. It's about doing what you prefer based off of your experience and your discernment. Make sense? Okay, let's continue.
The thing too, to be completely honest, the world is so cooked that it's so easy to stand out as a woman. It is so easy to have suitors when you are classy. It's so, and I mean like real suitors, real people that value you with the intention of marriage, not the girls that can just get smashed or get some money, because sex and money is easy. Getting married is much more challenging. That means a man has to see enough value.
Okay, let's take it slow. She said, she's giving the same advice that Kendra G give. Have a roster. Date multiple men until somebody lock it down, girl, or something like that. And Sarah is saying, she tells men, I'm marriage minded and you're on the roster until one of y'all lock it down or put a ring on. Maybe she's not saying you're on the roster until you put a ring on it, but that's the implication. I got a roster and I'm looking for marriage. So which one of you motherfuckers want to buy this cow? So let's take it slow. And obviously Sarah and Kendra G, other women like that, they're talking about quote unquote high value men. So let's just pull up the numbers real quick. Well, we already know the number. We look it up all the time. It's Mr. 0.5. Well, actually, they probably looking for somebody who at least make 250. Let's just go, really 3. Like Kendra and Sarah, like 300. Yeah, like I say, Mr. 0.5. So she wants us to believe she has a roster of 0.5s. and as we just broke down before, in order for her to actually take the deal and allow you to lock her down, you got to be Mr. 0.01. This doesn't account for if he's handsome, if he emotionally intelligent, if he masculine. This don't count for none of that. If he got swag, none of that. So yeah, in realistic, so you could be on the roster if you Mr. 0.5, but you got to be Mr. 0.01 to lock her down. So she wants us to believe she have a whole roster of these men, and she tells 0.5ers that I got a roster, and she think that's the ticket to get married and to get proposed to by Mr. 0.5 by talking to 5 of them at once and telling all of them I'm talking to 5 of them at once. Yeah, that don't turn men off. Yeah, 0.5%ers aren't territorial, right? Let's be clear. I think Sarah is 35. Let's just say let's see if I can look it up. 1 second. Let me play out some of my new emails I added today. That's why I come on like an hour and a half earlier.
And that's when you know that, you're settling. So I guess I just gave you those signs.
Hey, you know what? All those men she dated didn't settle for her. Did you think about that? All those men that she dated, they didn't settle for her. But she ain't settling for less. Did you catch that shit? Did the female ego at least calm down a bit for her to see that side of it? Those men didn't come and settle for her. Because if she was so great, they would have dealt with her. They would have took her on. Whereas Christian from 50 Shades of Grey, if she's so fucking great, he would came around trying to marry the bitch, hey, have kids with her. If she's so fucking great, and don't even try to say like you mad or nothing. Just be kind about it, right? And I bet she don't get mad at you because that's reality, and that reality hurts. This bitch is gone. She's looking for a unicorn now. This bitch is looking for a unicorn. Let her go and let her go look for it. And she gonna end up that old bitch working in a mall or some shit, bitter and angry every Valentine's Day and and Christmas because everybody asking how come she ain't got no man and she is done. Man, you know what you do? You treat her just like all those dudes who pumped and dumped her before. Because they didn't settle for her. You do not acknowledge you don't deal with that. You fuck her. She'd make a good brothel employee. Seriously, what about her CV, her resume, that says she deserves... See, this is that entitlement shit. This is that sick entitlement. There is nothing on your resume that says you deserve this. There is nothing on your resume that says you deserve this 6-figure job after you've been working, you flipping burgers at McDonald's for the last 8 years. If you really want to do the math on it like that, she's literally been flipping burgers at McDonald's for the last 8 years, and thinks she just expects to go find a 6-figure job because she wants it, because she don't want to settle for less. Like, that's just the reality. Like, you trying to go drive a taxi cab, you ain't got your driver's license, you ain't never, but you seen cars on TV, so you want to go be a taxi cab driver now. Like, for real? Like, don't be surprised when a motherfucker tell you get the fuck out the office, out the interview office. Like, don't be surprised. That's sad. That is sick, and that is sad. Yo, stay away from this bitch with a 10,000 foot pole. You can't make this shit up. You can't make it up. I gotta rewind that shit. But this is why because they dumb as fuck. They dumb as fuck.
All right. Thank you for that commercial break, AD. Sarah is 38 years old. That's diabolical. She's married now to the Brock dude, and we went over him. He's a simp. Respectfully, I'm not trying to dish you, sir, but that's what you are. You married her. Let's just say she was 37 when they got married. You married a 37-year-old, never married woman, no kids, as a tall, handsome millionaire. That's absurd. That's well, okay. I'm just being funny. Let's take it slow. Let's go back to the original. We're gonna talk about Brock, but let's go back to the original concept. Roster full of 0.5ers. She let them know they're on a roster, and she's gonna claim here in a minute that she doesn't have bedroom fun with any of them. That's what make her different than most girls who have the roster. Okay. As I stated last night, men don't like dating. Men don't like taking women out on dates. Men don't like courting women. So let's just start there. It's a means to an end. It's really a means to get cheeks. It's a means to get laid, but just because a guy's trying to get laid doesn't mean he doesn't really like her as well. But all guys are trying to get laid. The nice, sweet guys who want to be in a relationship with her too, to the F boys who just trying to get in and get out. They all want to get laid as soon as possible. Within 3 to 5 dates, I'll say. Max. So here's how most guys are gonna view it. Okay, Sarah's cute. I wouldn't mind bada bing, bada bang in her. So she just told me tonight that I just took her out on a date, and when I called her that night to check in and make sure she got home safe, she broke it to me that I was part of her roster. So here's the math that most of these men on her roster are gonna do in their head. Okay, well, she's disqualified for anything serious. Off top. unless he's a super simp. And maybe that's what she's trying to vet out for. Or maybe she's trying to what's the word I'm looking for? She's trying to weed out the dudes who got balls. And trying to weed out the solid dudes with spines so she can find a tall, handsome, rich simp who don't got a spine and who'll take this bad deal. So anyway, so most of the guys on the roster are gonna say, okay, well she's disqualified for anything serious. But the math he does in his head is, well, do I feel like possibly taking her on, a couple of 2-3 more dates to see if I can break her little rule? Because I'm the man. I'm Big Papa Pump. I got all this money. I'm tall. She'll break that rule for me. So I got to do the math. Is it worth it for me to take her out on a few more dates and see if I can still slide in? And then they slowly, and if she sticks to her standards, they slowly just die off. So my advice, to see all this scam dating advice for 30 plus women, because y'all know how I feel about 30 plus dating gurus. It's all a scam. The 30 plus dating space is a scam because, like I said, no advice any of these experts, so-called experts, are going to give is going to change the fact that you're an undesirable woman that don't qualify for this stuff y'all be talking about. Because if you did, you would have it by 30, 35. You just would have it by now. So, or let's just say this advice that Kendra is giving, Vivica A. Fox is giving, Lisa Ray is giving. Let's just say it did work. Like, let's go back. Let's just say this advice did work. Let's go back to this. Because we're talking about how the dating guru and dating seminar and dating panel spaces is all a scam to get money from 30 plus, 40 plus, and 50 plus year old train wrecks who are never going to be worthy of these men they want. And never be worthy of a good relationship. Frankly. Because they're not good people. But let's go back. This is on the low end. Even if all these train wreck women's dating advice work, only 7% of their audience are going to be able to lock down one of these top men. So in other words, it's going to be a complete scam for the other 93% of people that cough up money to them and give them clicks and likes and comments and this and that. And that's if it did work, and it don't. So all of it is manipulation. This whole, yeah, you on a roster and I'm not having sex and you better step up. It's trying to trick a man into thinking your value is more than what it is. It's trying to trick a man into securing you a bad deal. Or I'm sorry. You're trying to trick a man into taking a bad deal and you're trying to secure a good deal for yourself using manipulation. Now, Sarah knew the exact guys in her inbox and in her friend zone who would wife her in 6 months without having to play none of these games. But if she wanted one of those men, she wouldn't have to talk to 5 guys because she know for sure she would have those guys, that particular guy in the bag. You see what I'm saying? So the point I'm trying to make is all these women know the difference between the pool of guys that'll actually take them serious and the pool of guys that is looking shaky. You know what I mean? They know the difference. They know the dudes who gonna cheat and the dudes who ain't gonna cheat. They know. Oh, this is what I was gonna say about the dude that married her. when women get 35, 36 and up, the guy that they're going to end up with is usually going to be a guy who was kind of lingering around for the past 5, 10 years. Once they start getting these ages, most of them aren't getting any crazy new bites on their bait other than to just hit it and quit it. Example, Temple, the woman Temple that I talk about on this channel. The guy that she ended up dating damn near at 50 was a guy who she knew for years and years and years, who was kind of just lingering around in the friend zone. And the new guy that she started talking to, a year or something ago, he ghosted her after he talked to her a couple of times. And that's what's gonna happen. And it crushed her because she's used to doing the ghosting. Actually, she got ghosted a few times. And reality started to hit like, damn. And then she had to entertain a friend zone guy. And of course, she dumped him with under a year. Because they're just not. By the time you 50 and single, never married, never divorced, never widowed, look, you're cooked and you're just not relationship material at that point, no matter what. You're just not. And Sarah flat out said it. Sarah flat out said it to his face in front of a camera. If you lost all your money and didn't get it back, I wouldn't be with you. And he, because both of them are shallow douches. Both of them are shallow douches. Because he said, well, yeah, if you got fat, I wouldn't stay with you. And she said, yeah, if you got broke, I wouldn't stay with you. So this isn't about love. Her marriage is not about love. They both admitted it on camera. But I could have predicted that because she was 37 when she got married to him. And you know about women over over 30 when they get married.
Once a woman hits 30, she cannot love you. Okay? And the marriage is not because she loves you. Okay? That marriage is for her to show to other people that she could fix her past, that she messed up.
Yeah, shit ain't about no love. So yeah, she letting you know straight up. If Brock didn't have millions, she wouldn't be with him.
Value in you to say, I am going to opt into my and your responsibilities and take you to have suitors when you are classy. It's so, and I mean like real suitors, real people that value you with the intention of marriage, not the girls that can just get smashed or get some money, because sex and money is easy. Getting married is much more challenging. That means a man has to see enough value in you.
I feel sorry for the guys who can't see through this classy act shit. Well, you know what? Let me take that back. Well, no, I don't take it back. I do feel sorry for those guys. It may not be an act. I mean, I don't know if Sarah was ever just a ratchet hood girl or whatever. But maybe she grew. Maybe she is a little classier now. It doesn't mean she's still not trash dating material. She might not be trash in general. She may be a classy, well-spoken, educated woman. But as far as the dating market, trash is trash. I mean, there's different type of trash in the dating market. You got Harvard trash, ghetto trash, white trash. Like it's so many different types of trash on the dating market. So just because you well spoken, got a couple dollars, well dressed, carry yourself classy, that don't mean you're a good dating option. Right? Like good items don't stay on the show. Good women very, very, very rarely find themselves single over 35, never married. And she's not the exception. She talks like she's the exception. She's not. And someone said, well, she got married, RB. She got the prize. She could talk her shit because she got the prize. She married to a rich man. That's what all these women want. Well, okay, okay. I'll give it to her. I'll give her some props. She got a quote unquote high value simp to marry her. So okay, I'll salute her because a lot of women can't do that. But what's the real win? Is it the relationship lasting until death do us part? I would say so. That's the real win. And Kendra G said that she could have been married if she wanted to just say she was married. And I believe her. Kendra G could have been she could have been married. She chose not to be. But she's holding out for this ideal situation that's never gonna happen.
To say, I am going to opt into my and your responsibilities and take you on. What would make a woman worth that? So for me, I feel like it's easy to stand out in a world where we're in a prostitution era.
And here's the thing, like Sarah might be a cool bitch. She might be a cool, charismatic bitch to hang out with. Let's say I hung out with Sarah. At the end of hanging out with her, she actually kind of cool. But it's deeper than that. When you're thinking about marrying a woman and taking a woman on for a lifetime, it's deeper than her just being a cool bitch to talk to, or I like that she classy and she pretty. It's deeper than that. You gotta think deeper. You gotta think deeper. And this is that power couple bullshit. He even said to her face one of the reasons why he married her was for her connections. It's like a sham. It's damn near a sham of a wedding. When he was breaking down, well, why would you pick me instead of picking a 25-year-old? And one of the things he said was your connections. You got experience in the business world. That ain't why you marry a woman. It's just a joke, man.
So I understand for people that are used to all of these easy females, I understand how me getting to know multiple people sounds like, oh, she must be sleeping around. I get it, because that's your experience. And if you've never experienced me, I understand that too.
I like how she talks because of the fact that she separates herself from all the other women. She paints it as if there's no women who meet her, I guess, her standard or what she is, that's actually having sex when they're dating multiple men. I'm here to tell you they are. And this is not just me coming up with this. I've been telling you guys this since I started this channel. The black community has this impression or this thought in their mind that the only women who are promiscuous, so to speak, are the women who look like the Bats ladies. You know what I'm saying? With the long fingernails.
Hey, Baps was kind of a classic though, I ain't gonna lie. Baps was a classic. Y'all should check out Baps.
With the lashes, loud, sexy reddish, you know what I'm saying? Those type of women. Those are the women that are supposed to be promiscuous and they out here sleeping with guys with no intentions. No, they look just like her. Okay? And I told you guys, when I was dating in the DMV, I dated very successful women. They're not hard to find in the DMV. I got one. Okay? They're not hard to find. And so that was very easy. So some of these women are so career focused that all they have time for is a weekend rendezvous, so to speak. If you were to check my track record, I've dated very successful, very attractive women because I was stable. I was in the military and I looked good in my dress blues working at the Pentagon. That's how I got this one. But yeah, so
shout out to Medium Man. He may be a simp and he may wear clothes too tight, but he's an accomplished man. He was in the military. I think he's doing good financially. He works out. He's fit. Seemed like an intelligent brother. I respect a lot about Medium Man. Maybe not always his fashion sense or his simp he takes, but salute, brother. Salute. Worked at the Pentagon. Big respect, brother.
But yeah, so the way that she paints it, she makes it seem like it's so easy for you guys as men to discern which women have sex when they're having, when they date multiple men and the ones that are not. They're not.
See, I can't remember. I think Sarah even said that her and Brock didn't have sex before they got married, and she required marriage before she would give up the pussy, and that sounds about right. She's at that age when women give those type of ultimatums, and that make him the ultimate simp. Because he was definitely in a friend zone for I think years before, they got together. That's diabolical, bro. You a tall, handsome millionaire, and you let a bitch trick you into marriage like that. No pussy, no cat, without the finger wrap or some shit like that. And you went for it as a tall, handsome millionaire with bitches. He had bitches. They talked about like you had all the bitches, and he gave all that up just to fuck Sarah. Well, I'm not gonna say just to fuck her. He probably like her, and I'm not even knocking him for liking her. But she probably told him like, let's do this. He fell in love with Sarah, okay? And you know what? I'm not knocking him. You got to know her, you liked her, she put her charm on you, and you fell in love with a woman. You're not a bad person for that, Brock. You're not a bad person for that. But you never let a bitch pressure you into marrying her. Oh well, yeah, we could talk, but you ain't getting this cat until you marry me, and I ain't no girlfriend. So if you don't got marriage on the mind within the next 24 months, just leave me be. You never let a woman put the pressure on you like that for marriage. Ever. But I'm trying to I don't know if he wants kids, but to me, what else would be the reason to get married if you don't want kids with her? What would be the reason of living with her if you don't want kids with her? There's no point in marrying a woman or living with a woman if she's not gonna have your kids. See, he's not thinking long term. He's just maybe he don't know better. See, a lot of guys never lived with a woman for 3 or 4 years. Like a lot of dudes, they might have had a live out girlfriend. They might have lived with a chick for a year. If you haven't lived with a woman, if you haven't lived with 2 or 3 women for 2 or 3 years apiece, you don't fucking your brain even isn't even fit to make certain decisions like getting married to a woman. Because you're not understanding the full spectrum of a woman. You're not understanding that the Sarah Knot that you fell in love with, there's going to be 5 Sarah Knots over the next 50 years. You don't know how a bitch act when she's tired of you and the honeymoon phase is over and she bitching about you leaving your cup on the table without the coaster. He might not really know about that. Niggas just be doing shit, man. They just be doing shit.
Not easy to point out. They don't have a particular look. They could be the sexy Reddish girls, but you guys over here should not be dating women like that. You should be dating women like the women that Sarah Shorter describes herself as. And the reason...
Let me talk about this too, because I was thinking about this the other day. Okay, for example, me. I'm not interested. I have no interest in talking to women. I don't like most women. I don't I don't want to small talk with women. I don't want to walk into the spot and try to pull a bitch. It's just all one big headache that's not worth it to me. Like at this point I'm at mentally, I kind of look down. Maybe I shouldn't word it like that. I'll be looking at dudes sideways who's still in the mental space of I'm about to go out here and I'm about to pull some hoes tonight. I'm getting fresh. I'm about to go out here and talk to these hoes. It's like, grow the fuck up. Like the thing with me is at this point in my life, if I pop out wherever, a bar, wherever, if I pop out, yeah, I mean, I like to dress nice. Sometimes I go out. If a bitch want to be on my dick, cool. But as far as me putting effort, thought, and energy into talking to a bitch, trying to get a bitch to fuck, no, it's no. That just seems absurd. It just seems absurd to me at this point where I'm at in my life. So I say all that to say this. I think a lot of men get to a point where they get tired of doing all that, the player life and constantly trying to impress hoes and get hoes and what the hoes like for dudes to wear this time? What sense do they like? How do I gotta talk to them? Man, you just get over that shit at a certain point. So when men get to that point, they do want to just sit down with one woman. I totally get that. I totally get it. But I don't think, for example, I don't think Brock is at that point. He's probably, I don't know, let's just say he's 40, 42. He's still ripping and running, being a millionaire and making moves. And she ripping and running. What's the point of their marriage? He's ripping and running. She's ripping and running. I don't know if they want kids. She's getting up there in age. What the fuck would be the point of a wife? What is the purpose of a wife? We know the purpose of a husband, essentially, a big part of it is protection and provision. But I mean, we could tell from the interview they did on her podcast, It's Given podcast, that she's wearing the pants in the relationship. She was punking them, making them nervous, pressuring them. She was belittling them and emasculating them in front of the world. So we know she run the pants in the relationship. She the whole reason why the marriage happened, because she pressured them into it. So he's not protecting her, because if you can't lead the bitch, you can't protect the bitch. If you can't direct her, you can't protect her, and he ain't directing shit in that marriage. He seemed like he didn't even want to do the podcast that they did together. So he's not a man to her. Now, because the main thing was him providing. That's why she got married. The provision. But it's just such a contradiction. I'm getting all this money. I'm a strong, independent woman, but I need a man to come pay my bills. Or I don't need a man to pay my bills, but I want a man to come pay my bills. It's just silly. It's just silly. So you were never strong and independent from the jump then, if that was your end goal, for a man to come in who make 3 times more than you and just pay all your bills. It wasn't in your soul, for real. Um, the worst reason to get married is because you love somebody. That's literally the worst justification to marry somebody, man or woman. I don't think women should get married for love. They should get, I mean, they can love the guy, but they should know he's a good leader, he's a good man, he got a good heart. I think he would be a good father, shit like that. We laugh together, we joke together, we get along through the hard times, shit like that. You got to think practically, and you have to think about how women degrade over decades and how that's going to weigh on your life. A tall, handsome 40-year-old bachelor married a damn near 40-year-old podcasting, strong, independent businesswoman who's getting too old to even have kids. For what? She's not going to be on your program. You don't have a program. When you at home and want some company, she busy doing a podcast or making a business deal. What was the point? I don't see what benefit he get from just, well, okay, I'm sure you tired of the pussy by now. The novelty of fucking the chick, that goes away fairly quick. If he was just in that friend zone fiending to takes that pussy at least once. I mean, the novelty of that goes away. What are you left with? And I see she got like some type of fake lips. That's mental illness, bro. You signed up for mental illness. She pumping shit in her lips. That's not a sane woman. Let's just continue, man. Never mind.
The reason why I say this is because of all of the hundreds of consults that I've done with all of these successful men. You guys have heard me say this multiple times. I just said it last time we were on live stream. You gotta, up your standards. One thing that I like.
Here, let's go over to Rumble and do a Kendra. Let's go over to Rumble and do a Kendra. I'm about to drop the Rumble link. Shout out to the Rumbleites. Y'all played me on the likes. Can everybody run the likes up right now before you leave? Run the likes up, please. All right, I just dropped the Rumble link. I'll catch y'all later. We about to go review a Kendra G episode.